Today's Reddit story is one of those posts where you really hope the person is just trolling. But since we have a series on our channel of icky man stories that feature women in relationships with gross males who have the worst hygiene, I highly suspect there's a good chance this story is true. Forewarning, you may want to make sure you're not eating or drinking anything at the moment. Now let's get into today's story. So this story comes out of the Am I the A-hole subreddit, and the title is Am I the A-hole if I divorce my husband for not wiping his butt? And you heard that correctly. So Opie says, yep, this is pretty much the title. My husband recently started saying that he is not going to wipe his butt anymore after using the restroom. He got into his head that alpha males do not wipe, therefore he no longer is doing it. He has been, for the past 2 days, been walking around everywhere we go telling guys alphas don't wipe. He's very serious about not wiping, and he is not listening to reasoning. I don't know what to do, and I fear that this might be the start of the end of our marriage. How do I convince him to wipe? Oh boy. I'm going to need the ladies who date men to have higher standards and boundaries, please, because this question cannot be serious. This is a man who isn't sick. It's not like he's incapable of caring for himself. He has simply chosen to be disgusting and unhygienic because he doesn't believe hygiene is an alpha male trait. We've already debunked the whole alpha male concept on this channel before, but let's entertain it for a moment. Let's pretend it's real. So to be an alpha male is to be ultra masculine, right? I don't know who told males that masculinity means you don't wipe your butt, but I'm willing to bet this person also doesn't believe that alpha males shower, or brush their teeth, or even wash their hands after using the bathroom. He seems the type that would claim all of that is too feminine, and for that reason, with my OCD self, personally, I would not even be able to live with that kind of individual. He sounds like a walking health hazard. I wouldn't want him touching me, touching my stuff, or sharing the same bed as me. I'm cringing just thinking about it. That being said, how come these alpha males only claim that things they don't want to do or things that inconvenience them aren't alpha? Like, many of these red pill guys believe in traditional gender roles because they don't believe they should be cooking or cleaning after themselves. They don't believe that these are adult skills. They think that they're feminine duties meant for women. I guess this guy just took it a step further and decided that cleaning in general, including cleaning his own butt, which is basic hygiene, by the way, are feminine traits. In that case, give me a feminine man, because what the hell? I feel like he needs to keep this same energy, though. Like, why doesn't he believe living in a house built by other men isn't very alpha as well, you know? Why doesn't he consider it to not be very alpha to eat food from the grocery store that other men grew or hunted? I would have told him to go build a house from scratch. Go forage in the forest for your food and go build a house out in the forest made of sticks and stones or whatever. Just like a true alpha, you know? Why are you living in modern homes? You didn't build that. But all jokes aside, these type of questions really piss me off. There are men out here who are so disgusting in terms of their hygiene, who are willing to make you sick on purpose by weaponizing their germs, who refuse to shower or brush their teeth, but they still want to kiss and sleep with you. And we have women out here wondering whether or not they're wrong for not wanting to tolerate it. And then many of them end up staying. When Shanice and I were talking about this story, I pointed out the hypocrisy of so many males out there who will literally crash out if their partner decides she doesn't want to shave her legs or her underarms. They call women all sorts of gross for not being hairless, yet they decide they don't even want to wipe their butt, which can be harmful to themselves and to others. Shanice told me that she believes it's the XY's attempt at domination. They seek to control women by forcing us to conform to their every whim while tolerating them in their most degenerate and grossest states of being. I don't want to go into tons of detail in this video, but there are women who are sleeping on beds with dookie streaks on them because their male partners don't wipe themselves properly and were never taught as children. Yet these women stay and continue to sleep with them. At some point, you have to acknowledge that you're accepting this behavior. Shanice brought up another good point, saying that, what if we said yes to OP? What if we said, yes, you are the a-hole for wanting a divorce? Would she stay with a man who's decided to never wipe his butt ever again? If there's anyone out here who is in a similar situation to OP, please let this be your sign to get some standards. to develop some self respect. Y'all be the same ones sleeping with incredibly gross males and then wondering why you're always sick and you're always dealing with infections. So, yeah, just a gross story all around, but let's get into the comments. So, the top comment says, well, that's enough internet for the day. And the second one says, good lord, I decided to jump on here for a bit because there's a rattlesnake in my garden. I think I'll go see if he wants to cuddle. Another person says, tell him alpha females bleed everywhere and piss wherever they want to. Then when you move out, give him all the furniture. Not the a-hole, bye. And someone said, this is the only proper response. F alpha males everywhere. If they gotta say the alpha part, it immediately makes them beta. Someone says, just keep quiet. The rash will tell him all he needs to know. And someone says, make him a nice spicy meal and see how long it takes to change his mind. Another says, make him do his own laundry too. And someone else said, definitely don't do his laundry. She shouldn't have to look at his ish-stained tighty whities. When he runs out of underwear, maybe he'll straighten up. These guys are ridiculous. If he doesn't come out of this soon, I'd divorce absolutely. And someone says, I wouldn't even wait. I'd stop doing his laundry while getting ready to move out. Exactly. I would also even suggest he gets mental help because not wiping is crazy. Oh no. Someone said puppy pads on his side of the bed too. Can't have him ruining the good sheets. Someone says the bed? No way. She should make him sleep outside. PU. That's the thing. Like, why are you still entertaining a bed with this person? Stop it. Like, shouldn't alphas go sleep in the damn forest? Aren't alphas, like, based on animals? Go be an animal outside in the forest. Period. The house is for humans. Someone says, oh, honey, you won't be divorcing him over wiping. You need to divorce him for his utter stupidity. And I didn't get to this comment section fast enough because this comment's deleted, but somebody responded and said, yeah, I hope they don't have kids. Can you imagine raising a son with someone like that? I know. You'd never teach him how to wipe. Like, he would just be this degenerate, like, gross child and then grow up and be, like, thrust upon some poor woman to deal with. Absolutely not. These comments get real bad, y'all. Like, you can read this. Pause to read. I'm not reading that out loud. No, I'm not reading these. Yeah, someone says, not just the kid. Can you imagine having smex with someone like that? I'm sick just imagining it. Like, for real, this is so disgusting. These people are so disgusting and they need to be lonelier. Let these lonely males get lonelier. Like, the lonely male crisis is very much self-inflicted. Leave them to it. Like, who should have to deal with this? Nobody should have to deal with these disgusting people other than themselves. Someone says, imagine the towels after showers. And then they put, he's probably not washing himself either, LOL. And someone said, the whole soap runs down my butt and legs argument. No active washing needed. Oh my goodness, are they saying that? Someone else says, I've heard the same thing from circumcised dudes. Apparently, if you cut, you don't need to clean. Okay, one more. Someone says, it's no joke. My father was like this. My mom told him that if he didn't clean himself, she'd publicly shame him by telling her family whenever he was there, so that the real men could show him how to be one. About 3 family visits after that, he learned his lesson. She also threatened to rub any object he left skid marks on in his face. It worked. He didn't like it, but it worked. Until they divorced. I haven't spoken to him in over 4 years now, but he reeks like a garbage dump, and no one will enter his house. He didn't really change permanently. He changed temporarily until they broke up. And it's like, I'm sure part of it was his wife not wanting to be his mother too. Like, she didn't want to have to remind and run after a grown man who is her partner to wash his butt and clean his butt. Like, that's just... I would lose interest in that person as well. No wonder they divorced. And I'm sure he was blindsided. I'm sure he has no idea why they divorced. But yeah, that's basically what people had to say, though. So definitely share your thoughts. Let us know what you think in the comments section. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.